As I aged, I looked around me and saw all this antisocial behavior around me, and I'm like, I need to be doing something better for the world. Education's a rising tide that lifts all boats. It's the second time I've been to UVU. I started here in 2001 in computer science. Then I transferred to Arizona State to finish my degree and decided to come back here just because I remember liking Utah. I remember being happy, so I figured, why not? Why not do it again? I felt empowered to make this pivot in my career later in life because I planned on it. I saved for a few years so that I could afford to change my life, to go back to pursue something that will hopefully make me more happy. The fact that I'm a single man, I can do it. So it's a privilege that a lot of people don't have, but I appreciate. What attracted me to the program was the science end of it. The fact that I got into the environmental science aspect of my research is just kind of a happy coincidence. It's one of my areas of interest, so I enjoy my research. As part of my undergraduate studies, I get the opportunity to do undergraduate research. And in my case, I partnered with a project that is monitoring Utah Lake soil samples and water samples for pesticides. It's important because Utah Lake is kind of a fragile ecosystem. It's a shallow lake with not a lot of volume of water. It's got a lot of surface area. Because of the nature of the drainage patterns in the surrounding farming communities, it does accumulate a lot of pesticides. So it's important to monitor what's going on in our lake. In this program, I've worked on two different undergrad research projects. One was a synthesis lab where we were helping to synthesize a drug that was identified in marine animal samples. And we actually had success in making what could potentially be a new anti-blood clot medication. In chemistry, it's a little bit like learning a foreign language, where at first you learn some words and eventually you learn full sentences, and you don't really get the opportunity to see how much you understand until you actually try. It's like studying high school Spanish and then going to a Spanish-speaking country. When you get the opportunity to do hands-on work in chemistry, you realize how far you need to grow, but you also realize that you are capable in a few things, and that just being able to do it with your own hands is feels great. UVU has given me the opportunity to do hands-on things, which I think it'll be the biggest help in my future career as a teacher. Just having experience in general so that when students ask questions that aren't necessarily part of the course but are tangential to it, that I have experience in a broad range of things and can answer things that might seem obscure. Something that I've learned being here at UVU, being an older student, is it's important to teach students the value of cross-cutting concepts and just critical thinking in general. I have advice for two different types of students. The first is for high school students. My advice would be explore a wide variety of classes to see what your interests really are. Don't be afraid to pursue something that maybe isn't as lucrative as you hope it would be, but if it's something you're passionate about, go for it. And for the returning students, I would just say, if I can do it, you can too. It's tough, but ultimately it's been great. I've loved it. I feel like I've been part of the community, even though I'm 20 years older than most of these students. I feel like they've been so friendly and willing to form study groups and just be inclusive. Education is important for everybody. That if we can have a more educated populace, that we can have a better society.